They ever go, well, how do I know you're real, blah, 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 blah. You know what you do? You go, dude, that's my favorite concern is when my clients are like, what if you're real? Let me show you how real I am real quick, man. Answer this FaceTime call. You're going to FaceTime. You're going to be like, Joseph, what's up, dude? You're going to be like, dude, I told you I wasn't a freaking dialer over in Pakistan trying to steal your money, dude. I'm a freaking real guy, bro. So nurturing is everything. So like, let's say that you get to the end of this call and you're like, all right, man, so you're perfectly qualified for this program, which is the first time builder. Let me run you through the pillars of the program so we can make sure you're going to be able to, keep up and it's going to work for you. You get X, Y, Z. The price is $7,500. What card do you want to put it on? Man, I'm not ready. I need to talk to my wife. I got to think about it, whatever it is. Well, I want you to try to overcome those objections a little bit. But like if they're really hard to deal with, if they're just like a hard no and like you're not able to close it, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna be like, all right, bro, look, here's what we need to do. I want you to understand that Ruben and Arthur didn't create this program, this coaching program, as a way to make money. Obviously, they're making a ton of money in development, like that's a real business, but they love coaching people. What's cool is even though you don't feel like you're not ready to purchase today, which I understand, I have great news. Ruben and Arthur are actually running a webinar this Wednesday at 5 p.m. and I want to invite you to be on that call. It's actually for every person that reaches out off of the Andy Elliott podcast. I know you're not ready to sign up for the program, but could I remind you, could I set you up with reminders for that Zoom call so that, we can make sure that you're able to attend that, because obviously you want to learn how to do development? Oh, okay, sweet, man. What's your email? You see, like you're getting, what you're doing is you're getting trial closing. Oh, you just got their email. It's like one step closer to getting the sale. And you're giving them reciprocity. See, they reached out because they liked the podcast. They're reaching out, and now they're not ready to buy it. Now you're giving them something else. So now they're like, damn, this dude just keeps giving. Yeah. And then what you do is you go, all right, man, so, I just got your email. I signed you up for the reminders. So I guess we'll see you on the call. I'll be on the call. Ruben and Arthur are going to crush it. It's going to be amazing. I'll see you on that call. And then, we can talk after. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. It's going to be badass. And then what I told Arthur to do, I already gave him the whole plan. I said, bro, you're going to do weekly Zoom calls for the next 4 weeks following the podcast dropping to nurture all the leads that are coming through. What's going to happen is, like, let's say 100 reach out. You get, you close 10, 15, and the other 60, 80 people, you put them on this Zoom call. Well, what Arthur's going to do is he's going to start the Zoom call and he's going to go, hey guys, what's up? It's Arthur. First things first, I want you to understand something. I'm a nobody. I came from a background where the odds were stacked against me. I didn't have a great mentors or, millionaires around me to show me how to be successful. But I learned one skill that taught me, that built everything I have in my life today. And that skill is to be able to build houses and develop real estate. On this Zoom call today, I'm going to tell you my story for a couple minutes, and I'm going to show you the 7-step process, how I built a multi-7-figure income developing houses. So, first things first, here's where I started, here's how I scaled, here's what I'm doing now. Now let's get into the training. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7. All right, guys, that was the 7 steps. Now I want to tell you this. It's really important that you understand that throughout your journey of these 7 steps and building your first couple homes, doing your first development projects, your big ones, you're going to run into a lot of obstacles. That's what me and Ruben did. That's why we built our program called First Time Builder. It's so that we can actually hold your hand through the process and we can show you how we were able to over 100 units. And basically we can show you, we can teach you everything we've learned over the past decade and give it to you in the next 90 days. So if you're on this Zoom call and you got value from this free Zoom and these 7 steps and you want to learn more, text the number below and I want you guys to reach out so that way we can tell you about our First Time Builder program. And see, what that's going to do is that's going to nurture the audience because now they've already had a call with you and then they're hopping on another call with Arthur, a live call where they can ask questions, and then they're mentioning the course again, they're reaching out, and now you have another opportunity to sell them. So they're going to be like, text the number below the word ready, and then our man Joseph, my right-hand man Joseph, is going to reach out. So then you'll have more calls on Wednesday because they just reignited the fire in all those leads that didn't buy the first time, right? And also I told Arthur to say on that first Zoom call he does to be like, by the way, if you guys reach out and sign up now, there's a special offer that we're going to give everybody who came in off the Andy Elliott podcast. So then you're going to call them when they text the word ready, and you're going to be like, what's up, dude? It's great to hear from you, man. Did you enjoy the Zoom? Awesome. I saw that you texted in, so I'm assuming you're wanting to know about the promo. It's very simple, man. We talked about the first time builder. I went over all the deliverables with you. They marked the program down from $7,500 to $49.97 for you on a one-time for a special one-time offer. So here's what I'll tell you, man. You obviously want to learn development. There's two costs that are going to come with this program. There's the cost of doing it and the cost of not doing it. The cost of doing it's $49.97. The cost of not doing it could be millions of dollars because it's about what you're not currently making. You said you're making about $100,000. You can make 7 figures easily with this skill set. So not having this skill set is costing you at least $900,000 a year right now. So the best thing we could do, the best advice I ever got from Arthur and Ruben was you got to take risks in order to get ahead. Was you got to have a mentor. So I say we go ahead and get this set up. If you're ready to go, let's lock it in, brother. Are you ready? You ready to freaking go? You see what I'm doing? And like here's some things that I always say, bro. Let's go through the call. Should we go through the call like just to run you through the steps? So the call is very simple. The call goes like this: intro. Let's not even worry about fulfill yet, because you guys are gonna be good at fulfilling. I know you are, bro. Like you have an amazing heart. So like you're gonna take care of everybody. But just as far as the sales process goes, it's intro, relationship, move, present, and then close. So I'm gonna run you through the script exactly how I would use it right now. Perfect. So it goes like this. I reach out, I call you, you just reach out you just texted in and you said, hey, Ruben, I saw you on the Andy Elliott podcast. I wanted to get more info on the 7-figure builder program. I ring you up and I'm like, Joseph, what's going on, man? How you doing? Oh, dude, awesome, man. Yeah, this is Joseph over here at 7-figure builder. Dude, I just saw you reach out to Arthur and he shot me over your number, man. He wanted me to reach out. How you doing? Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm having the best day of my life. I just wanted to get on the phone with you. I'm literally Arthur's right-hand man. Yeah, I help him run our business, and I literally just wanted to ask you some questions so I can figure out what's going to be the best program for you. Is that cool? Awesome, man. Well, first things first, like, tell me about yourself, dude. Like, who are you? Where do you live at? How old are you? How many kids you got? Like, let's hear it, man. Okay, awesome, man. So, and I'm running through it. I'm just digging. I'm just trying to build a relationship. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, Joseph, that's awesome. So let me get this straight. You're 25. You've got 4 kids. You live in Oklahoma, and you said right now you're making about $50,000 a year, right? Okay, cool. Let me ask you this, and here's a good question for you to know. Joseph, do you own your home or no? You want to do a live call? Like you want to like role play? Would you rather role play, or would you rather me like kind of explain it as I go? Got it. All right, ring.
Hello.
Joseph, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing well, brother.
Dude, let's go, man. Sounds like you're fired up, dude. This is Brendan with 7-figure builder, man. Arthur just told me to reach out, man. You texted him, is that right?
Yeah. I just watched you guys' video on Andy's podcast. You guys are running with Andy. I just wanted to reach out. I was kind of interested in the real estate thing.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I bet that podcast made you want to run through a brick wall. Am I right?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see random 2 young studs, making 7-8 figures in real estate. So,
dude, I'm telling you, bro.
If Andy's running with them, you should probably know what they're doing.
Dude, yeah, bro. Yeah, it was cool going out there, dude. Like, they're really killing it in the development space. And you know what's funny, man? Like, our whole purpose as a company, the reason we started like offering like coaching and stuff like that is because there's literally like just learning that one skill of development. Like if you learn from Arthur and Ruben the skill of development, we'll have to probably send you 5 new pairs of pants, bro, because that's how many you're going to need to put all your cash in, bro. You know what I'm saying? So literally like they're great at it. And by the way, like, I wasn't on the podcast, but I flew out there with them. So just so you know who I am, like, I'm their right-hand man. I've been with them for years. I facilitate I facilitate a lot of deals with them. I've helped them grow the company. But this is just so you know, like, I just want you to know that. But this isn't about me. What I want to know is, tell me about you, man. Like, what made you reach out? What made you want to look into like development? Like, I'd love to hear your story, man. So go ahead and share that with me.
For sure, brother. Yeah, man. Man, I was watching the podcast and Ruben said something really cool. Is it cool if you put Ruben on the line actually?
Yeah, dude, no problem. So actually, Ruben and Arthur, the reason that they got me making calls right now is because they're like going to be in appointments all day. And dude, here's what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So whether or not you sign up for our program, I'm going to get you exclusive access to those guys. But one thing you'll learn is like I'm going to be the mediator here. I'm going to be your personal coach along with Ruben and Arthur. So I know you don't know me yet, but I plan on giving you so much value, dude, that me and you become brothers for life. So are you cool with that? You know, do you want to just we can just have a conversation, dude, and we'll just figure out what's going to be best for you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds fair.
Hell
Let's do
yeah.
that, Brendan.
Hell yeah, dude. And by the way, we sound like twin brothers anyway. Come on.
Let's go, man.
Hell yeah. So tell me about you, man. Yeah, so tell me like first of all, like how old are you? How many kids you got? Like do you have kids? Where do you live at? Like, you know, let me know who
Totally, yeah,
tell me
man,
who Joseph is.
For sure, man. I'm 30 years old. I'm actually I'm an electrician. I work with a union. I got 3 kids, and man, it's been a long process to be able to get where I'm at financially. But at the end of the day, I am stuck in my 9 to 5.
Yep.
And I do want to get in real estate, but I just don't know where to start, man.
Dude, I totally get it. So you said you've been an electrician for how long?
7 years now.
Got it. And you said that it took you a long time to build your finances like where you're at now. What's your current financial situation like? Like have you hit some goals recently, or what makes you say that? It sounds like it sounds like you're
actually,
focused, on a goal.
Yeah, man, I actually just crossed a mile marker for myself that I set 7 years ago. I hit 6 figures.
Dude, let's go, man.
Yeah,
that fires me.
Getting paid $110,000 a year, man.
Dude, let's go. Let me ask you this: how were you raised? Like, do you come from a family of 6-figure earners or no?
No, actually, my family. The funny thing with them is they weren't figure earners. They were actually 7-figure earners, but they didn't actually give me anything that they had. They didn't let me go into their business. They kind of like kept it for themselves, and now I had to build it up from scratch.
Got it.
I have now.
Got it, dude. Okay. Are you close with your parents or no?
No, not really.
Got it, dude. Got it. So your wife, like, how long have you guys been together?
We've been together for the past, I think it's been 8 years, coming up to 8 years now.
Got it. And you said you got how many kids?
I got 3 kids.
Okay, 3 kids. Got it. So, dude, that's honestly, man, like your story is pretty badass. Like, I mean, I can understand like how growing up, would feel like, having 7-figure earners, but it sounds like they didn't like privilege you a whole lot or anything like that. Is that what it was like,
exactly.
or no? Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly that.
Got it. So would you say, like, are you pretty competitive?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, like in sports, I was really competitive and just kind of had that drive in me. But yeah.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I get it. You know what's funny, dude? So I like take a lot of calls. I talk to a lot of people. Like I said, I facilitate a lot of business for Ruben and Arthur. And, one thing about me is I pay a lot of attention to people. And, bro, I can tell that you got like a fire in your belly. Like, like hearing that, like with your parents, bro, like, it sounds to me like you want to freaking build your own empire. Like, you'd probably like to earn 7 figures one day and all that stuff, right?
Exactly right.
Well, I'll tell you this. Like, I am a guy where, I lead. I'm all love. What our passion is just to see people win. And I know you want to earn 7 figures. That's what I want for you too. And I'm sure you figured this out already, that 7 figures, income is not going to happen in the engineering space. That's the shitty part, bro, is because you've worked for them for 7 years. So you can probably imagine what the next 7 years are going to look like. Like maybe you'll get a couple raises. Maybe you'll hit a couple $100,000 a year at some point. But like you probably want to learn how to get straight to making like 7 figures, right? That's the thing, bro, because, if you learn a skill like this, we call it like turning decades into days. And what I mean by that is this. Like Ruben and Arthur, bro, I know you heard their story. They've developed hundreds of houses. They're making multiple 7 figures a year. Dude, it was learning one freaking skill. And here's the thing, bro. You probably got more brains than me, Ruben, and Arthur combined, man. Isn't that crazy? You're a freaking badass engineer, dude. Like, we're going to have to send you a freaking new birth certificate once you learn this this skill, dude. It's gonna be dangerous. But that's basically, like, to just explain a high level overview of like what Ruben and Arthur do, man. That's basically what the program is all about. Is showing you how to develop, build the skill of development. And what's cool is this, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any coaching?
So there's a program?
Yeah, we do have
There's
a program.
To this? Because
Gotcha.
On the podcast, they were saying just to reach out if you guys have any questions regarding what they do. Because I've honestly, like, nowadays, I've seen a lot of, people release all these courses and all these programs. And some of my friends, they invested a good portion of their money, but they didn't really get a return back from them. The reason I was reaching out, I just wanted to hop on the phone with somebody who's been doing real estate and just ask people questions. That's it. Not really looking, to get scammed by a program.
Dude, totally get it, bro. I love it. Yeah, and dude, honestly, can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
So you're going to laugh your freaking ass off, by the way, bro. This is so funny. But one of the reasons that Ruben and Arthur started a program, which, trust me, dude, I know, like, I am a very skeptical guy. Like, you're an engineer and you've lived a lot of your life, so you probably have a super high bullshit meter. You can tell when somebody's like trying to screw you over and when somebody's genuine. Yeah. I do too. And Ruben and Arthur, when trying to learn development, they spent a lot of money in coaching and mentorship. And you know how much it helped them?
How much?
Not jack shit, bro. Because most of these guys are scammers, man. It's freaking crazy. So
that's what my friends have been telling me.
Yeah, bro. And like, so that's the reason that they created a program, is because there's got to be good guys out there. Like, just because one lady screws you over, that doesn't stop you from going out, continuing to date, and find your wife, And, I want you to understand something, too. Like, Andy Elliott has an amazing reputation. You've probably been watching him for a while. That's why you found this on the podcast, Andy wouldn't bring on guys who are scammers. Like, they got a 9-figure company.
That's true.
And Andy actually called Ruben and Arthur up, and the reason they wanted him to come on the podcast is because of how much results they're getting. One of Andy's coaches on his team saw all the testimonials that were coming through for Ruben and Arthur's program. That's why they got called out there. So I just want you to understand something, man, because when you went to get your engineering job, you probably had some certifications, and you probably had to get a license and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, dude, this is what you got to understand about real estate. This is what makes it tough, is when you go into the development game, you don't have to get, there's no certifications or anything, man. But that's why it can be very expensive, and that's why most people don't make it, is because there's no certifications, programs, or anything like that required. You just got to go and figure it out. So Ruben and Arthur took the past decade figuring things out, and they built it all into this program. And now here's my question for you, man. So I've been talking to you for a minute. I have personally seen what it's done for Ruben and Arthur to go from 6-figure income to 7-figure income. I'm sure you can imagine what 10xing your income would do for your family and your kids, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And at the end of the day, dude, if nothing else, like, money aside, you've got a chip on your shoulder and you've got something you want to prove. Like, you're 30 years old, your parents, like, didn't give you the blessing of all the wealth they were able to create. So it's up to you to go out and build your own wealth. And that development's the way you're going to do it, which is probably why you reached out. So very simple. There's a cost to doing our program, and I'll get to that in a minute. When I tell you, you'll probably laugh because it's not very expensive. But there's also a cost to not doing anything, man. The cost to not doing anything is you staying exactly where you're at, making $100,000 a year when you could be making 7 figures. The cost of doing it is only going to be a couple $1,000, and literally, like, after you go through the program, you'll have to sign a waiver because you're going to be so freaking dangerous, bro, that you might make too much money and we might get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So just promise me you'll pay your taxes. You won't be buying any stupid cars or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man. So
for sure,
I'll just put it to you simply.
How much is that program, by the way?
Yeah, dude.
So it wasn't that expensive?
Yes, bro. I'm about to get into that, and when I tell you this, you're gonna want to punch somebody in the face, because let me tell you one more thing too. We are not the kind of guys to just give you a program and then set you free. So don't think that when I tell you the play we're gonna run, don't think that I'm just gonna be like, hey man, here's the program. Have a good day. I'll talk to you next year or whatever, dude. Arthur and Ruben are going to hold your hand and show you how to take this couple $1,000 that you're going to invest and then turn it into a couple $100,000 in the next 90 days or 6 months. I know if we were able to do that. I know if we were able to actually do that for you, it'd be a no-brainer for you, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. So, I'll get into that. So basically, I'm gonna tell it to you like this, man. You're a mature guy. Like when I talk to these, young guys who are like in their young 20s who haven't been married or have kids, it's a totally different story. But you're mature, and you understand that time never stops. You're gonna continue to get older. Your kids are gonna continue to grow up. You can never get this time back while your kids are young, and you can never get this family time back to travel the world, enjoy it with your kids. So I don't want to give you a program. I wouldn't want to give you a program just because it's cheaper. I'd rather give you the premium program that's going to get you the fastest and best results, guaranteed. So we have 2 programs right now. And instead of putting you inside of our Deal Finder course, which is $1,000, and it's got a lot of great training, but it's not nearly as extensive as the First Time Builder program, I want you to start on our First Time Builder program. And I'll tell you what that looks like. There's two pillars to it. So I just want you to think about it like this. And I would say 3, by the way. I'm going off script, Joe, so I'm just telling you like to say 3. But there's 3 pillars, by the way. So I'm gonna run you through those so you can understand what it's gonna look like to start training with these guys. So first things first, the first pillar is gonna be the training program. What this means is you're gonna have a username and a password to Ruben and Arthur's entire course. Bro, I literally watched them film this course with Andy Elliott's team. They spent 2 full days blowing their voice out, pouring into the camera, and this is the most extensive development course you'll ever find in your entire life. There's about 50 modules inside of it, Loom videos, standing up videos. We went through every single point. We've got hundreds of documents. By the time you get done with this, dude, you're going to be freaking dangerous. You will literally want to headbutt somebody, okay? But the whole purpose of this, pillar 1, and there's 2 commitments. We're going to give you the course, but I want to explain something to you really quick. Arthur and Ruben don't just want me to take a credit card from anybody with a pulse. What they want me to do is find people who actually want to get results. I want you to have the greatest testimonial from our program. So I need to know, as I go through these pillars, I need to know that you're committed on your side because, man, it's not just going to cost you time, capital, and money. It's not all about like what does the program cost. It's going to cost you more than just time. It's going to cost you time, energy, and capital. Okay, so but I know how important your goals are, which is I love getting to know you. I know how important your goals are to you now with your family and everything. So I know you're committed. I know you got that dog inside of you. I know you're not going to get distracted. Correct?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Got it. Okay.
Just matters like how much. So the first course is $1,000, and the second one was how much?
So
First Time Builder one that you recommend?
Yeah. So the cost of it is $7,500. Now I'm gonna tell you this really quick. I want you to understand.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and by the way, dude, before we even get into price, I don't even want to go over that yet because this might not even be the right program for you if you're not willing to put in the time and the energy. So I'll tell you the rest of the pillars, and then we can get into price. We got tons of different options. You don't have to, you don't have to pay the full $7,500. It's totally your call. But here's the pillars. So pillar number 1. And by the way, man, are you fired up right now? That like I want you to understand something, dude. You can probably tell that I put my heart into this and I care. Am I right?
Yeah, I can definitely hear it.
I'll tell you this, Joseph. There's not a lot of people out there that want to see you succeed. Like, and I'm sure you know that. Like when you go to work, when you look around at the world, there's dead souls. People have loose eyes. How many times do you go out of your house, you go to work, and like you're just walking around your coworkers and they're just on fire. They're shaking your hand. They're freaking celebrating you. How many times does that happen? Not very often, right?
I mean, not too often.
Got it. Well, look, I want to tell you this. One thing that's different about Arthur, Ruben, and me is we're gonna celebrate you. Like we have high energy. We're a hero making machine. And I promise you, our goal is not just to make you a builder, but to make you the best father, the best husband, the best brother, the best friend, the best version of yourself. You understand me?
Yeah.
So like I know I'm fired up, and I don't want to intimidate you, and I know
I
know the price may seem like a lot for for coaching because you're probably new to this whole thing, but you have to understand that like I said, our purpose, the reason we built this program, the only reason it costs money is because if you don't pay us anything, you won't pay attention. Ruben and Arthur, before they start coaching you, they just want to know you're serious about your goals. So the pillar number one is the virtual training. You're going to have 24/7 access. I need you to commit about 30 minutes a day to the training. So what that means is I'm going to get with you. Once we get you started, I'm going to do your onboarding call. That means you and I are going to do a 30-minute to an hour-long Zoom where I'm going to walk you through how to use the training, all the scheduled calls, all things like that. We're going to do a one-on-one. It's going to be great. But I'm going to help you find 30 minutes in the morning or at night to do your training and take notes and learn the process of developing. Could you commit 30 minutes a day?
Yeah, for sure. What do you mean by you're going to help me find 30 minutes?
Yeah, so right after you sign up, me and you will set up a 1-hour onboarding call. We'll put a Zoom on the calendar together, and literally I'm going to ask you a ton of questions about your background, your life, and I'm going to run you through just the game plan for the entire time you're on this program. And then pillar number 2 is going to be the Zoom calls that Ruben and Arthur do. So Ruben and Arthur, they're going to do a weekly Zoom call where they're literally going to answer any of your questions. They're going to take you through the whole curriculum of the First Time Builder program. And here's the cool part, man. Like, there's people who watch YouTube and videos for entertainment, and then there's people who watch to dominate. And, every time all the time you spend watching YouTube videos without, like, having someone, hold you accountable and give you the blueprint, you're wasting time. When you're through this program, we're literally going to hold your hand as you build your first home to make $250,000 in the next 90 days or 6 months. So Ruben and Arthur, every week, they're going to be like, hey, did you get step 1 done? Step 2, where are you at in the process? Do you need help with this document? It's literally going to be like having someone holding your hand like you're a part of our own team. But that's pillar number 2 is the Zoom calls. I'm sure you can show up once a week and sit down with Ruben and Arthur so they can help you, right?
Yeah, that's doable.
Got it. The last pillar is this, very simple. I want to ask you a question. Do you think you're more likely to become a millionaire surrounding yourself with millionaires or people who make $50,000 a year?
Well, obviously millionaire.
I always like to say this, Joseph. You're going to become who you surround yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with people who aren't millionaires, but you want to be one, that could be a problem for you. So the last pillar is this, accountability. I'm going to push your ass really hard, man. I'm not looking for, I don't want you to be a yes man on this call and just tell me, hey, sign me up for the program. I'm going to try. And then we go by another year and we talk in a year and you're in the same spot as you are this year. Remember this until you die. As we get into talking about price and decisions, I want you to understand something. 99% of the people in the world will be in the same spot next year as they are this year, okay? Don't be most people. Joseph, you're different, and I believe you're truly ready to make a change, but you have to understand something. Change doesn't happen just out of nowhere. You have to take action. You have to start saying yes to things you haven't done. If you want to get your new life, you got to give up your old life, okay? So the last thing is this, accountability.
Yeah, for sure.
That means I am going to coach you. I'm going to pour all my resources into making sure that you win. And with the $7,500 that you spend, literally we 100x your money. We ruin the value of money for you, and then we're lifelong business partners. Okay? You're gonna want to send me. You're gonna wish you would have paid me 10 times what you're paying us right now. That's how valuable the program is. Okay? Now, I covered all of it. It's a 6-month program, so for the next 6 months, we're going to hold your hand till you got $250,000 made off this investment. Now, like I said, the $7,500 is a one-time fee. If you need payment options, I'll go over those with you. But I would rather, most of my clients prefer to pay that one-time fee and just get it over with than have to split it up into either, 2 payments and you got another one coming out later on that you didn't maybe remember or whatever, or 3 payments or whatever. But that would be just what I would suggest for you. So I've got everything ready over here. Literally all I need from you right now is just your email and then just whatever card you're going to use. And then, dude, I'll literally get you set up. I will, as soon as Ruben and Arthur leave this meeting they're in, I will tell them about you signing up. They're going to be fired up, dude. I'll let Andy's top guy over at his company, I'll let him know that, you're training with us. He's going to be fired up. Like, you're going to have this community of support. And, like, by the way, welcome to the freaking brotherhood, dude. There's the day you're born, the day you die, the day your freaking life changes. Like, today's the day, Joseph. Can I get it? Come on, let's go, man. You got me fired up, dude. So, dude, if you're ready to go, man, I'm ready to get you set up, dude.
Dude, I'm ready to go. It's just, 6 figures does seem like a lot of money, but when you equate that to, paying $8,000 for a course, and that's like 8% my income. That's a lot of money, and I can't just make that decision without my wife.
Yeah, dude, totally get it, man. So let me ask you this: what does your wife do?
She's a stay-at-home mom.
Stay-at-home mom. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, cool. So I'll tell you this, and this is very important for you to understand. Okay, would you say that you're the leader of your house or no?
Yeah.
See,
definitely.
See, Joseph, you're what I like to call the breadwinner. Okay, so
Totally.
here's the thing: if your wife was a heart surgeon, and you were a freaking LASIK eye doctor, if your wife came to you and said, "Hey, I need you to do this heart surgery," would you do it, or would you tell her, "Hey, you go handle the heart surgery. I'm an eye doctor." You would probably tell her to just do her job, right?
For sure.
Well, dude, your wife counts on you to make money and bring home a paycheck. She doesn't know how it gets done. She doesn't know. She couldn't go to work and do your job for you. Am I right?
Totally.
So she doesn't know that you're, I'm sure she knows you're looking at development. You guys have probably talked about how you guys have bigger dreams, bigger visions, bigger goals, right?
Yeah, the thing is, she is the reason for the the success that we've been able to attain so far. Like, she's a woman of wisdom, man. I always go to her for advice. She helps me navigate things. At the end of the day, I do make the decision, but she's a key part in it.
Dude, I love it. Well, dude, here's what I'll tell you, man. And just so you know, like I said from the beginning, dude, my goal is not to freaking, get you to pay us, whatever. Like, I'm not even worried about that, dude. My main focus is this: you have a goal that you want to hit. I want to help you hit it.
Yep.
This has been a great call.
Totally.
And all I want to know, all Ruben and Arthur want to know at the end of the day is that you're committed. It's not even about, talking to your wife, whatever, dude. I'm cool with that, man. They just want to know that you're committed and that we're not wasting our time. So how about we do this? I will allow you. I never do this, but I'll allow it for you. Let's do a $500 deposit, and I'll tell you how it works. You will put down $500 right now. I'll run your card, and after we get off the phone, I want you to call your wife, explain to her what's going on. If you need me to hop on, I'm happy to. I love talking to families. But you talk to her about the program. You tell her everything you told me. Dude, if you told her everything you just told me, she would tell you to freaking grab your balls and do it, man. I'm just being honest, okay? I don't know your wife, but if she's wise, I know that's what she'd say based on what you're telling me right now. So put the $500 down. Let's meet back. You can reach back out to me tonight. I'll be here for the office taking calls for another couple hours, or we can set some up tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I just want to know a firm yes or no. If it's a no, I'll refund your money. I don't want your money. I want you to get results. If it's a yes, we can run the remaining $7,000. We can work out payment arrangements, whatever we need to do. But all that shows me, man, is that we're not wasting our time, like that you're serious, and you're not just saying that to put it off and things like that. Like, I know you're a grown guy, and I know that if you didn't want to do this, you'd say, dude, I don't want to do it. But the fact is, you want to learn how to develop. Ruben and Arthur are ready to help you, and I'm ready to see you win, dude. Like, I'm really excited about this. So just give me whatever card you want to use for the $500, and then we can meet back tomorrow.
And if the wife says no, I can for sure get a refund, right?
I will 100% process a refund. I'm happy to.
All right, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah, bro. 442, 464. Can I get a come on? Let's go.
Yes, sir.
How'd that sound, bro?
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's run it. But once again, I will for sure be able to give my refund if the wife says no, right? How can you guarantee that?
Yeah, and Joseph.
I'm just gonna lose $500.
Yeah, and Joseph.
Somebody I've never met.
Joseph, by the way, like off script, the reason I do that is because that's just like the right way to do the wife thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you try to overcome it once, and they
that was fire, bro. That was gas.
Bro, we were just playing chess.
Freaking gangster.
Dude, we were playing chess like a motherfucker. You were doing good, bro. Those are good, dude. You gave me like the harder objections. Honestly, it was good. But
yeah, I was gonna ask because I didn't want to obviously make it too easy, but I also didn't want to make it too hard where it's like, all right, buddy, like get lost kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure, dude. But
so
yeah.
where would you rate that kind of client or that kind of lead from like what you guys usually see? Is it like more like, hey, that's kind of what we get, or like that's more of the harder one, or is it more like an easier one?
Joseph, that was 100% a harder one.
Really?
Yeah, bro. No one, like I've gotten it before. Obviously, I've heard every objection on the phone, but I've never had someone go, "Can I just talk to Andy?" I very rarely have that. So like when you hit me with that, I was like, "Ooh, this is a good one. This is a new one. Haven't heard this one in a minute." But you like how I handled it?
Yeah, that was fire. You're like, yeah, absolutely. Just right now, they are in a meeting. I am the right-hand man. I'm somebody who actually has been running with them for a long time. Basically, like, completely took over that conversation. I love that.
Exactly. And you say, but whether or not you end up doing one of our programs, bro, we're gonna be brothers. I promise you, man. We're gonna kill it. So if you don't mind, dude, tell me about yourself, and I'll trust me. I'll relay all of this to Ruben and Arthur, man. And then
Plus, said like, hey, like you'll be on calls with them. You'll chat with them right now. They're just doing their thing. Arthur told me to reach out to you.
Yep, exactly. And by the way, bro, like with the wife objection, you try it once, and you noticed I was getting traction, but then like when you shut it down for a second time, I don't continue to try to like pry on that. What you do is when you go for the deposit on the wife objection, you call their hand is what you do. You know what I mean? You kind of you like mind fucking, bro. You throw them off. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah, man, that's no problem. You give them permission, and they think like, oh, I'm off the hook, and then you're like, we'll just do a little deposit, and then it's like they either got to tell you the truth or they got to do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And then plus with the replay, it kind of gives them more space to send it, but now they're hooked in $500.
Exactly. And by the way, I'll give you a tip. If they're ever like, which this will happen, by the way, this is a more common objection. If they ever go, well, how do I know you're real, blah, 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 blah. You know what you do?
Yep.
You go, dude, that's my favorite concern is when my clients are like, what if you're real? Let me show you how real I am real quick, man. Answer this FaceTime call. And you're going to FaceTime.
I love that. That's fire. Let's go. I like that, Brendan.
Yep. And what you're going to do is you're going to FaceTime them, and you're going to go, by the way, I'll take you off, put your camera on. And then you're going to FaceTime. You're going to be like,
yes, sir.
You're going to be like, Joseph, what's up, dude? You're going to be like, dude, I told you I wasn't a freaking dialer over in Pakistan trying to steal your money, dude. I'm a freaking real guy, bro.
Fire.
And then you're like, and then what you'll do is you'll go out into the sales floor, and if Ruben and Arthur are free, you're going to go, oh my God, dude, check this out. Ruben and Arthur just left their meeting. Bro, let me go introduce you to him real quick. Hey, Ruben, check this out. You're going to be like, dude, look, this is freaking, Tony. He's getting on the training. He's getting started.
I love that, bro.
Yeah. So.
That's good because I was going to go that way, but I didn't want to play it too hard. But that's a genius way to handle that objection.
Yep, and I'll tell you this too. If you ever feel like you can't find a hard enough pain point, the number one thing you should have learned from that call was that, did you see what I did with his parents?
Yeah, like you made that the hole in the castle. You're like, hey, this is like I can see that they put you in a position where now you just want to get to where they're at because they didn't give you what they have. Like you made that their pain point.
Yep. And here's the thing that most salespeople would have missed about that call. Did you notice when he said I hit a milestone, I hit 6 figures? I said, how are you raised?
Yeah.
That was if you missed that was the whole call. That was the whole call. I said, how are you raised? He said, oh, my parent, and then he said, my parents made 7 figures. And then I asked, were your parents close? Were you close with your parents? No, I wasn't.
Daddy issues, they'll get them.
Yep. And then I found that was the hole right there. And I'm like, oh, he's closed.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Brandon, you gangster, bro. You guys do this all day, don't you?
Dude, there isn't
you're a gifted individual.
I appreciate you, dude. There's not an objection I don't think I've ever heard, dude. I mean, you got to imagine for the past 3 years I've been calling leads like this every single day, bro. You know what I mean? So
shoot, bro, that's incredible, bro. You were flowing like there wasn't a moment where you're like, you're like, no, next word track.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Next objection I'm taking care of. That's fire, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
No wonder you did number 1.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what it's all about.
Love that.
Yeah,
love that, bro.
But dude, if you have any more questions, I mean, feel free to hit me. But if you study that call, you'll lock up everybody, bro. And the main thing is don't be afraid. I'm not a very high pressure salesperson. You probably realize that.
Yeah.
There were times, and
sure.
you know what makes me deadly is whenever I felt the pressure, like I felt like it was getting tense. Notice how I either made a joke or I backed off.
For sure.
A lot of people aren't experienced enough in sales to know like trigger in their brain when that feeling starts to come to either make them laugh or go, hey, and pull away.
Totally.
That's what I'm deadly at, bro, is when I feel people starting to feel pressured, I like completely pull back. Or I make a joke. I'm like, dude, you're going to be so deadly, you're going to be like Alcatraz. No one escapes.
Yes, sir. Would you say that's like the sales technique to kind of like take that approach where you're not making them feel too pressured? Or is that just your specific technique that fits your personality?
Yeah, like here's the thing, bro. There's a couple types there's different types of people, and you just got to use kind of your intuition on this, right? If a guy like seems tense and he seems like he's like a sensitive guy is the word I would use, I wouldn't press him too hard. But if he's like young and fired up and he's like, hey, and he's like joking and you guys are vibing, and then you get to the end of the call and you can tell the objection is solely based on fear of taking action, that guy blast him. Hold on to him till he
basically intuition.
Exactly.
You're speaking to.
You just decide on the call as you're hearing the objection. You're like, is this guy sensitive? Like, if I push him, is he gonna run, or is this guy like, can I hit this guy with the truth? You know what I mean?
Do you feel like your intuition was it sharpened over the years, or do you feel like that's just something that you're kind of born with?
100% sharpened.
And you just sharpen it by repetition?
Dude, literally repetition. And you got to remember, at the end of the day, they're just people, bro. They're people with problems.
Totally.
Outside of like, most of them have shitty lives. Like, imagine being a 30-year-old who's making 110 grand with 3 kids, who lives in Alabama and his parents hate him and he's got a wife of 7 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Compare your life to that guy's life. Which one would you rather have?
My life.
Okay, so that guy, you can probably imagine like having his eyeballs living in his shoes, what kind of struggles he goes through on a daily basis. He probably questions if his life's even worth it. So like, you got to remember that when you're selling to him. You know what I mean? Like, the number one thing you could do is remember, like, hey, this guy his life probably sucks. I know that when I call most people. You know how I know?
Yeah.
Because when they get in here and they come out to our events, they're like, bro, they're crying. They're like, dude, my life sucks. And it makes me realize, it makes me like, damn, dude, like, without us, these people are screwed, bro.
For sure.
So you got to feel the same way.
That's what I'm passionate about. I love that I'm able to literally influence somebody's state of mind just by a phone call.
Yeah.
And like, we get a deal out of it, sick. Let's freaking go. But at the end of the day, like you say, like, there's a string attached to the heart. You hit that heart, bro, game over.
Exactly. And a couple more things, like nurturing them is so important. I don't push, like I said, I'm not a high pressure guy. I don't push too hard. If I get a couple objections, I'll try to overcome them, unless I know they're the kind of guy I can close. Like, unless my intuition says attack this one and don't stop till you close it, I'll back off. But the most important thing is like being okay with backing off, because you'll close a lot of deals on the follow up, bro. And another thing you could do is you could take them to a Zoom. You could take them right to a Zoom instead of a phone call. Like, it's all about what makes you feel good as a salesperson. Like, if you'd rather like do a quick call as a discovery call and then take them to a Zoom next so you guys can have 2 interactions, a lot of people like to do that. I do that sometimes. I don't do it every time, but like, if I could just do a quick call and I could say, instead of framing it like, hey, you're going to make a decision at the end of the call, I could say, Joseph, yeah, man, I just wanted to reach out, ask you a couple questions, see if you're a good fit for Ruben and Arthur's program, and if you are, we can set up a follow-up meeting to go over like what the programs look like. Is that cool? There's that tells them, hey, I'm not going to sell you at the end of the call. This is just me getting to know you. You could do that.
Okay.
Also, let's say you talk to a guy and he's like, dude, I got $300K in the bank, and I'm like, just trying to figure out what to do. Here's what you do with that kind of guy. You go, okay, awesome, dude. Dude, you know what?
Recording stopped.
You go, dude, you know what we need to do? We need to set up an in-person meeting. I want you to fly out here, and I want you to come meet Ruben and Arthur, and we'll show you our multi-million-dollar built like system. And then fly them out there and close them in person.
Scale operation, yeah.
Bro, closing in person is easy, dude. It's way easier. Cause like if I'm in person with you and I'm not gonna hang up on you in person, I can't. So if you're like, if you're like Joseph, it's $7,500, but you're in person. You're like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna freaking run?
Yeah, bro. That's where we're paying out the 20 grand course.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to create that course.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah, bro. That's fire. Do you guys have any like resources for like word tracks? Any scripts like that?
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share
files, docs.
Yeah, dude, I'll share some docs with you, bro. I'll share like everything we have.
Yeah, bro, I would love them. I'm just gonna eat it up all night long today, tomorrow, and then just freaking crush the phone Saturday. Do you know what time the video is dropping on Saturday?
I'll figure out, but I want to say like noon. But I'll double check and figure out.
Cool, bro. That's exciting, bro. Brendan, you're a gift, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you sharpening your gift. You know, like you've always had it in you. You know, it took some time, but obviously being surrounded by the right people, you're getting plugged into Andy's team, and then making a couple of life decisions yourself. Like you're able to sacrifice what you have in the moment to sharpen your gift, so that you can help others.
Yep.
And that's so valuable. And obviously, you get rewarded. You know, you get a Rolex in that. You get financial freedom in that. Yes, sir.
Come on, let's go.
At the end of the day, it's not about that.
Yeah, facts.
That's just metal. It's not about that at all. Zero fulfillment. You're not pursuing that. You're pursuing like the gift in you, sharpening that, becoming the best version of yourself.
Yep.
And then when that's gonna happen, everything you ever wanted is just gonna follow. It's me pursuing you.
Yeah, and you
pursuing you, bro.
Can I give you a quick tip on sales, like for these types of sales you're about to be doing?
Yeah, please do.
Bro, if you want to sell everybody you speak to, if you ever like whenever you start overcoming objections, you get in that phase where they start to be like, hey man, I'm scared. Don't follow our word tracks. They're good, but go off that shit. What you're saying right now, that's your heart.
Love that.
That's how you're gonna close everybody. That's how you're gonna close everybody. Is like you give them that pep talk. Like all this job is giving people pep talks all day. Like they already know they want to do it. That's why they texted you. They watched the whole podcast. Like you just need to do that last 1% where you convince them that they're worth spending $75 on or $7,500 on.
Yeah, fire. I mean that's what my life's been leading up to, bro. So I think this is it. This is perfect for me. I'm excited to freaking crush it and let this sharpen my own gift, my own talent.
Hell yeah.
Bring value to people and bro. Andy's gonna be shocked with the kind of clients that you're raising up right now. I
love it, dude. I'm excited. You know what's funny, man? I was telling Arthur earlier today. I was like, dude, I believe in Joseph a lot. Like, dude, if you were on our sales team, I would make you a fucking dog, bro. But you're on their sales team, and I'm still gonna make you a dog. So it's cool.
That's the beauty of technology, bro.
Yeah.
Also, Brendan, one thing I would love for if you can do, would you be able to maybe read a proverb a day and maybe once a week text me like, hey, this is what I got from it. I feel like this book is just gonna freaking sharpen you like no other.
Let's go.
It's cool because there's 31 proverbs and there's 31 days in the month. So like my thing, a proverb a day, bro, it freaking changed my life.
Dude, I love it.
I wanna encourage you to do that, bro. Like trust me, bro. It's next level.
Yo, you think
you're a freaking beast right now, bro? You think you're a beast right now, Brendan? I'm telling you, bro. Like where you're at right now, you haven't tasted where you could be, bro. And like I'm telling you, like I've tasted it 5 years ago, and like I'm ready to freaking change the world.
Let's go, dude.
I'm ready to like go through anything.
Let's go, dude. You got my word. You got my word. I'll take you up on that because I wake up super early. I wake up at like 4:30, 5 every day, way before Gia does, and I spend an hour to 2 hours just reading, studying, planning before I even do anything. So I could easily squeeze in 10 minutes for a proverb or two.
Bro, it's 5-10 minutes max.
Love it. Totally game with that, bro.
Awesome. Love that, Brendan.
Yep.
Once again, brother, really appreciate your time. And if I have any questions, hopefully I can reach out, just shoot you a text. But other than that, I think I'm good to go, bro. I got plenty of stuff here to work on, re-listen to this video call.
Love it.
Go over the script, go over the notes that I just took. We're gonna freaking crush it together.
Dude, we're gonna kill it, bro. And I'll tell you what, yes, I told Arthur the same thing, but after you guys get a couple sales calls, like I assume you're gonna record every sales call you're on. After you get them and you get them recorded, send me the first couple and I'll review them and tell you what you could have done better.
Cool. That'd be awesome. That would be huge.
Love it, dude. All right, bro. Well, hey, kill it. Love you. And I'll talk to you soon, big dog.
Love you, brother. We'll stay in touch.
Yep. Later, bro.